All right then, welcome back ladies and gents for day 3 of the Emirates D50 tournament 2021, brought to you by Wolf777 News. And we have the second innings just about to resume any second now. It's Emirates Blues taking on Sharjah in red and black, and that man Akif Raja is taking the new ball. Very experienced, very seasoned campaigner of the UAE domestic scene, and a very canny operator with the new ball. Joining me in the comm box is my very good friend Abdul Rahman Tariq. Welcome, Abdul Rahman.
Thank you, Ahmed. Much pleasant outside.
Beautiful delivery immediately from Akif Raja. Pitched it up and getting it to swing away, and he's into his groove immediately.
Yeah, well, you were spot on when you introduced him. He is one of those consistent bowlers on the domestic circuit. Very intelligent, swings the ball away, and he was spot on the first delivery.
Fahad Nawaz opening the innings for Emirates Blues. A very bright young talent, very easy on the eye batsman. And the target of just 210 in their 50 overs. But it will be a challenge nonetheless. In the air, and he's gone. Can you believe it? Second ball duck for Fahad Nawaz. Akif Raja gets a jig on, and Team Sharjah are among the wickets.
Well, Rohan usually is a good influence on some people, and some people he's a bad influence. That's the Rohan Mustafa celebration. Fahad Nawaz falling to his strength, which is the cover drive, going for a lofted cover drive straight in the hands of the fielder, and a big blow for Emirates Blues. They're down for no run on the board.
My goodness, what a start to the second innings. Fahad Nawaz, unfortunately, a second ball duck. He was tempted into that cover drive, mistimed it, and short extra cover was in business. New batsman coming out immediately in the first over is the captain himself, Alishan Sharfu. What can you tell us about his batting, Abdur Rahman?
Well, Alishan Sharfu is one of the most dangerous batsmen on the local circuit and in the Emirates camp. You know, they've backed him quite a bit. As you know, he's the under-19 captain as well. And this is a great opportunity for him to show what he's capable of on the big circuit. Very aggressive, can be a little circumspect against spin bowling at the top of the order when he comes into bat. So it'll be very interesting to see if they start with Ayan on the other end. But Akif have given them a very good start.
None for one. Beautiful delivery right on a length. Look at that. How many slips do they have? 2 slips in a gully in place. And Emirates Blues have been rocked early.
Interesting to see Bhuta is not keeping. It's Khalid Shah. So they're going in with a slightly inexperienced keeper, in my opinion. But just again, you know, the swing is tempting them to have all those slips and that gully fielder packing it on the offside. Very exciting to watch.
Short ball edged. Oh, and it's off the hands of the first slip. Can you believe it? It was a desperate effort to his right. He was 2 feet in the air. Take a look at that replay. Oh my goodness, what an effort there.
Yeah, that's a chance gone down. Alishan, again, very dangerous. They would have loved to have his wicket up front. But it's a tough chance, but something that you should be able to take at this level.
And a bit of a twist to the tail. Earlier in this season, Akif Raja was playing for Emirates Blues. So bit of a case of the X here. Atikur Rahman, the wicketkeeper, coming out to bat as the second opener. Foolish delivery driven off the front foot. Straight to extra cover though, didn't quite time it and got foxed in that length, to be quite honest. What a start to the second innings, my goodness. Every ball is an event. First ball was beating his outside edge, then Fahad Nawaz chased it and caught it short extra cover. And then Alishan Sharfu edging and dropped at first slip. Off the back foot this time, glided past the backward point fielder to third man. 1 over gone, 2 for 1. Right then. Bowler from the other end is going to be number 2, Matiullah Khan. Super duper fit, a lovely lad. Always love to have a chat with him before the game. And his energy when he runs into the crease, his run up, it's truly a sight to behold.
Yeah, he's one of those very self-confident type cricketers. You know, he trusts himself, trusts his ability. A very interesting conversation with him in the beginning. He knows exactly what he wants to do today.
Flick towards mid wicket. Pretty well timed there. But Sardar Behzad just about cleans up. So a better shot there from Atiq as compared to Ali Shan's flash at that outswinger to Akif Raja. Matiullah would prefer to be a lot outside off stump. He saw Akif Raja getting some prodigious movement, and he can swing the ball as well. Back of a length, hitting the pitch hard, and immediately he's found his line in length.
Well, I'm really happy to see Atiq up top for the Emirates Blues. You know, it's a team chock full with batting talent. So to see him at the top order and performing well is really good. He struggled a lot in the domestic circuit, and you know he had a very good D10 tournament for the Emirates Blues. And now I'm really hoping that he performs well in the 50-over format. He's a brilliant keeper, as we saw that catch that he took to end Sharjah's innings.
Foolish delivery and solidly behind it. Yes, indeed, that final wicket of Akif Raja. Absolutely sensational catch. Safely shoulders arms to that one. Bit of variable bounce there for Matiullah Khan. Atiq or Rahman, as mentioned by my co-commentator Abdul Rahman. No relation. But this is a very, very competent Sharjah bowling attack.
It's very well balanced as well. They've got Akif and Matiullah with the new ball, and they've got somebody like Umair to support them, you know, either first change. So it'll be very interesting to watch how they shuffle their bowlers.
Edged past the second slip, and it's running down to third man. Boundary for Atiq Rahman.
Well, they should have attacked the same way they were attacking for Akif. They had 3 slips for him. Maybe the third slip, they would have gone right into his hands. So aggression from Sharjah, but Atiq saves himself, goes for 4.
Airy fairy drive there from Atiq. This is the replay of that first wicket that's gone down. Fahad Nawaz, feet not quite moving just yet. Down the leg side a bit, but punch towards mid-wicket. There's a fielder in close. All happening in that over.
Matiullah is trying a bit too much, in my honest opinion. He's trying to bowl into the stumps when we've seen the edge go to the boundary. So, maybe focus on that off-stump, outside off-stump line, not be too, not be in a rush to get these people out. It's a 50-over game. Set him up.
This is, of course, day 3 of the Emirates D50 tournament 2021, brought to you by Wolf777 News. A high quality match going on right now. It's a low score on a very sporting pitch, and 2 high caliber sides. Akif Raja to continue, already a wicket to his name. Back of a length, punched. Ali Shan Sharfu into the gap at cover point. He's timed that absolutely beautifully, and it's screamed away for 4.
He focuses a lot on hand-eye coordination, as you can see. He might not have been to the pitch of the ball, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Stayed at the back of the crease, punched it confidently to the cover boundary for 4. That will give him a lot of confidence as he takes on this total and tries to chase it down.
Lovely timing, just a push, not even a push. He just put the bat on the ball, and it screamed away for 4. My goodness. Target of 210 is not that imposing, But I can tell you, this Sharjah bowling attack is very, very high quality. Down the leg side this time, tickle towards fine leg. And is going to go all the way for 4. Square leg was 2 square. Akif Raja going for that magic ball. Alishan Sharfu was prepared.
Again, they've got a square leg instead of a conventional fine leg. Poor bowling by Akif, trying to overcompensate after going outside the off stump and bowling on his pads. He's not going to miss out on those. Alishan would be feeling really better now compared to where he was when that catch got dropped. Good start for him.
Had a pre-morning chat, excuse me, with Akif Raja well before the toss. And I told him these pitches are quite sporting. You should be doing well here. And he gave me a big grin. So let's see. Back of a length this time. And a quick single taken to Miron. That's an excellent call and excellent running.
You need to identify your fielders. Umair, even though he's a great all-rounder, is a bit slow on the field. So Alishan punches it to him and without any hesitation calls his partner for a single. Very good running.
And not just those two men on screen, Mohammad Bhutta and Akif. Even Matiullah Khan was playing for Emirates Blues earlier in the season. So a lot of games within a game. Solidly behind that is Atiq. We have to give respect to these high quality bowlers with the new ball. They're consistent, they are relentless, they are accurate, and you need to be at your absolute top against them.
And if you've gotten 9 runs off the first 3 balls of the over, you don't have to rush through and try to do anything extraordinary. When you're chasing four runs and over, a 9-run over is very good for you in the beginning of the innings.
Down the leg side, this time flicked away to square leg. Elegant looking shot there from Atiq, and they're pushing for 2. Chance for a run out. My goodness, has they got him? Yes, they have. Shahrukh, you beauty. Flipping it back towards the stumps. There was never 2 runs there. And can you believe it? Disaster for Emirates Blues.
Well, we were talking up there running between the wickets, but that was a very, very poor call by Alishan. Sardar Bazad can't do anything wrong, can he? And Khalid Shah does a little Dhoni there from behind his legs. Gets Alishan Sharfu, big wicket. Gets Atiq, big wicket for Sharjah.
I can't believe that call. I'm simply stunned. Why would you ever take 2 runs when there's a deep square leg in place?
Well, Ahmed, if your captain calls you for 2, you have to respond. It was Alishan's call, and Alishan is a very aggressive runner between the wickets. We've seen that in domestic circuit as well. But in that case, that was a poor call, but very good glove work by Khalid Shah. He picked up the ball from quite far away, flicked it under his hands, and got that run out.
Inexplicable stuff here from Emirates Blues. The bowling is already so good, and then you gift them a run out like that. And full credit to the wicketkeeper Khalid Shah. Excellent technique, using that modern technique of taking the ball early and then whipping around. My goodness, this match has become an absolute thriller in just the space of a few deliveries. Let's take a look at that replay once again. It was an elegant flick from Atiq behind square leg. Sardar Behzad, excellent pick up and throw, and look at that, bang, immediately.
A good decision by the on-field umpire. They don't have the third umpire, the luxury of a third umpire. So to call that and give it out, brilliant umpiring as well.
Right then, Ansh Tandon has come into bat at number 4 for Emirates Blues. Took an unbelievable catch in the outfield today. Akif Raja steaming in. Back of a length delivery coming in to Ansh. Flick towards mid-wicket. Emirates Blues under severe pressure. They've lost both their openers. 1 to a poor shot. Second, a moment of madness in the field. The action is moving at a feverish pace. Matiullah Khan back into the attack. Solidly behind that is Alishan Sharfu. All of the pressure of this run chase is on the shoulders of their young captain,
Well,
number
this is good.
7.
Sorry, this is going to be a crucial partnership. Ansh Tandon and Ali Shan have played a lot together on the ECB circuit. Ansh is a very talented left-handed batsman. He'll have to support his captain, maybe put on a 50-60 run partnership, because otherwise they've got a very inexperienced batting lineup in the middle.
18 for 2. Foolish delivery. Worked away towards backward point. Ayan Khan, another fantastic youngster, left arm orthodox spinner. He'll be seen in the attack very, very soon. Alishan Sharfu giving a big smile. He'll be feeling the heat though of that run out. A game within a game. Former Emirates Blues player Matiullah Khan bowling to the current captain of Emirates Blues. My goodness. Back of length delivery. Chopped on. My goodness, how close was that to the stumps? Side view, then a side view. Shabash. Side view.
That was very close to the off stump. Again, playing far away from his body, relying on his hand-eye coordination, not working out that time. Very close to those stumps.
The true bounce of the pitch saving him there.
Yeah, it bounced over. Very lucky Ali Shan still to be there. 2 chances now.
Foolish delivery. That's more like it, Matiullah Khan. Stay there and you'll pick up 5 wickets. I guarantee it. Alishan Sharfu, the captain. 10 off 9 for him. Has hit a lovely boundary through the offside already. But that run out, pardon me, will be weighing on his mind. Atikur Rahman, their wicketkeeper opener. They needed him to stay there and occupy the crease, bat for a long time to set up the run chase. But now this game is right in the middle. Trying to cut at that one, kept a touch low. Matiullah is getting the ball to misbehave off this deck.
Yeah, he's got a very, very smooth action, and if you see, he turns, swings the ball away, brings the ball in as well. Very similar to Dale Steyn in some extent, and then again, if the ball pitches in the right place, it's going to do things for him. Very consistent bowler, very confident bowler. Ali Shan needs to be patient though, not go for every ball. He's been playing a shorter ball right now. He needs to take his time. It's a 50-over game, no rushes.
Rohan Mustafa having a chirp, as always. Full length delivery, lovely punch down the ground. That is Alishan Sharfu at his absolute best. Picture perfect.
Brilliant end to the over. He was looking to bowl a maiden, but he's bowled one again, tempting him. But he's gone straight down the ground. Perfect textbook drive. Goes all the way for 4. Lovely looking shot that.
Taking a look at that batting scorecard for Emirates Blues, my goodness. Atikur Rahman was looking good, 8 off 10. Fahad Nawaz bitterly disappointed to go for a 2-ball duck, playing a lofted cover drive and was caught. That man Akif Raja has been outstanding. Under lights at the Sevens Cricket Stadium, second oval. Round the wicket. Look at that movement, prodigious movement off the deck.
Ahmad, I think that ball has hit that spot we were talking about in the morning and cut back in. Under lights is going to be slightly easier for the fast bowlers. Maybe bowl 5-6 over spells rather than the 3-4 over spells we've seen in the morning. A little bit more fresher as well. Get some more pace behind the ball. But Akif is bowling really well.
He most certainly is. 22 for 2 are Emirates Blues, chasing 210. Big in swinger there from Akif Raja, and Ansh Tandon, even better. Lovely punch down the ground, straight to mid-off.
He's very good technically. Ansh very compact, plays with a straight bat. If you're one of his thousands of followers on Instagram, you'll see he trains and practices almost every day. Very similar to Chirag Suri. So it's good to see him bat. We're expecting some big things from him for the from a UAE perspective as well. This is a very good test for him.
Absolutely spot on. Big in swinger once again, bit of an inside edge. Akif Raja is trying to bowl that magic delivery, and to be fair, he's almost got it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that spot is looking dicey again. You see Ansh going there, tapping it down. The ball is doing stuff from there. There's no grass on that patch. It's that only patch on the wicket. So I'm sure Akif Raja is targeting that and hoping the ball cuts in and gets Ansh either in front of his wickets or maybe just hit the stumps.
He has that bustling run up, really sprints into the crease. Foolish delivery. This has been hit over the top of cover point. Bottom edge of the bat, but they'll scurry through for two. So Ansh Tandon was a bit edgy there. Gets off the mark.
Well, that's one way to take the attack to the bowler. Don't let him settle, go over the infield. Dangerous shot, but he's backed himself to at least go over the infield and get a couple of runs. Akif reminds me a lot of Andy Bickle with his bowling action. And we all know what Andy Bickle did in the World Cup against Pakistan. So he'll be hoping he can emulate that.
Well, that was about, 16 years ago? 18 years ago, in fact. Pulled away, Ansh Tandon over mid-wicket this time. Short, rocked back and smashed for four.
Very confident looking shot. Ansh looking to take the attack to the bowler. And that's not a bad way to do it. Slightly in the air, but nonetheless, races to the boundary for four.
Lovely shot there from Ansh Tandon. Akif perhaps taking some liberties with his length. That's more like it. Good length area, pitch it up, and Ansh Tandon gives its due respect.
Yeah, that hit the middle of the bat, and that'll give a lot of confidence to Ansh as well. Right behind the line of the ball swinging in. Good reply by Akif after getting hit by a boundary, finding his length. But nonetheless, 28 for 2 after 5 overs.
Only the two bowlers used so far. Akif Raja, 3 overs, 1 for 18. Matiullah Khan, although not as deadly accurate as Akif, but 2 overs done for 10, not bad. See the fall of wickets. They were down without a run on the board, and immediately, interesting, a bowling change. Umair Ali Khan, the big unit, coming into bowl.
Well, this is very interesting to see. Umair usually doesn't bowl with the new ball, but Rohan, with all the confidence behind his ace all-rounder, hoping he can get him that quick wicket.
Flicked away towards fine leg. Fielder in place. I think perhaps Matiullah wasn't enjoying bowling from this end, so might have requested his captain that let me bowl from Akif's end.
Yeah, that's a very good call, Ahmed. There might be the case that Mati's saying, you know what, once Akif's spell is done, let me bowl from the other end, try to hit that patch as I was mentioning. But this is also going to be very interesting. The 3 players on the wicket all play for the same club. So Umair's bowling to 2 people who he knows really well. It's going to be very interesting to watch.
Absolutely. Like we've said many times already on the commentary, it's a game within a game. A lot of subplots to this Emirates D50 2021. Back of a length in, Ansh is solidly behind that. Slip in place. That's his style. He's tall, bowls seam up, bolt upright, and tries to hit the deck hard.
Watch out for his slower delivery. He bowls an amazing quick off spinner, very difficult to catch, gets him a lot of wickets in the domestic circuit.
Foolish delivery, driven back down towards the captain himself, standing at mid-on. .29 for 2. Emirates Blues, it's a young side. Their bowling and fielding is top-notch. The real test is the batting. Ansh Tandon, beautiful shot behind cover point, and it's gone all the way for 4. Despairing dive at third man, but such was the timing. My goodness, Ansh Tandon, he looks $1,000,000.
Yeah, he looks very confident. Beautiful looking shot, given him the width, but you have to put these away. Again, I don't know if that's the right fielder to put on third man. Bhuta very slow in the outfield, keeper by trade, but nonetheless, very good looking shot. That will give a lot of confidence to Ansh to get some more runs, hopefully, for the Emirates Blues.
And then, to add a bit of salt to the wounds, he plays a textbook front foot defense.
Yeah, the perfect defense, right behind the ball, meeting the ball, right with the middle of his bat. Again, a lot of people underestimate, but when you stop the ball like that, that gives you as much confidence as maybe hitting a 4 or a 6.
Completely agree with you. Back of a length, beats the outside edge. Oh my goodness. The slip and keeper were excited, but that has beaten him. All ends up. End of the over, 33 for 2. Just taking a look at that delivery. Extra bounce and seaming away. Omar Ali Khan, hand on his face. That was very close. Akif Raja continuing his spell. Alishan Sharfu. Lovely punch off the front foot. Mid-off moved around to it quite swiftly. So the run rate is not too bad. Just a tick above 5. Ansh has looked absolutely sensational. 2 class boundaries. One, a swivel pull through mid-wicket, and then that square drive. Required run rate is, of course, not too much. They only need 210 to win, but desperately need a partnership right now. Alishan, 15 of 13. Square cut, but straight to the fielder.
Oh, Ali must have felt really bad about that. That was a boundary ball. The ball's not swinging as much in the first 2 overs. I think, it's taken a little bit of a battering. And maybe not enough swing on offer under lights. We were expecting the ball to move a lot more than what it did in the past few games. But Ali Khan has missed out on a boundary ball. Hope he doesn't get frustrated here.
A bit straighter, this time flicked towards the mid-wicket area. No fielder there in the circle, so he'll pick up a single. Very, very high caliber players are at the crease right now. Ansh Tandon and Alishan Sharfu, both very young in their careers, but they've been in the system since their age cricket days, and now the stage is set for them to make a mark.
And this is the platform that they're looking for to perform, with people watching. Everybody knows, if you follow domestic cricket, that these guys score runs domestically. But, we want to see their caliber, and this is the best platform for them.
Round the wicket, big in swinger there, but he was to the pitch of it. Wouldn't advise that shot when Akif is really hooping the ball, but got enough of it, Ansh Tandon.
Yeah, he's looking very confident. He was in the Northern Warriors camp as well for the T10, and had a small IPL stint, as a reserve player. So it'll be very interesting to see what he's learned from there that he can, put here.
Back of a length delivery, flick towards square leg. Matiullah Khan down there. So Akif Raja, perhaps, it's just my guess, might be tiring a bit. He's really sprinted in under lights looking for wickets. And perhaps being a bit wayward now. 1 for 20. But he can pick up a wicket any minute. He's that kind of a bowler. Back of length delivery. Well played by Alishan. End of the 7th over. 35 for 2. Umair Ali Khan round the wicket. Oh, good Yorker there. Change of length. But Ansh Tandon is looking very, very good. You did hype him up before the game when we were having a pre-match chat, and you're like, watch out for this boy. He really looks the part.
He does. He didn't have a very good D10 tournament, to be honest. He didn't score a lot of runs when he was playing for Emirates. So he does have a lot of pressure to perform, to make a mark for himself. It's good to see that confidence in his batting. He's not blocking the ball the way the guys from Fujairah yesterday were doing. So he's taking the bowlers on, which is important for himself and also for the Emirates team.
And let me tell you, Abdurrahman, everywhere I'm going these days in the cricketing circles, everybody is talking about this tournament. It's very, very important for these players. Solidly behind that once again, Ansh. Everybody knows which game is coming up, who's playing here and there. And they're always saying, watch out for me. When I get on camera, I'm going to do something special.
You know what? Even somebody like Umair, who's been on the fringes, he's knocking on the door. There've been questions about his fitness, whether he's fit enough to play the 50-over format or not. For him to come and bowl with the new ball, get 10 overs in, it's going to show what he's capable of.
Getting that ball to jag in off the pitch, but Ansh, his technique is absolutely impeccable. Really meets the ball well, plays late. I'm enjoying his batting. Even defense can look good when do it well.
Yeah, he scored a crucial 100 for the UAE under-9 team against Sri Lanka, and it was a brilliant knock. You can see the highlights. He knows what he's capable of. It's mostly the mental challenges. As you see, a good-looking shot through mid-wicket. Ball was full on his pads, and he's flicked it nicely for 2 runs. You can see that confidence, trickling into his batting right now.
Thirteen of 19. Ansh, nice bottom hand flick there through mid-wicket. Very risky when he needs to be. This time chased it. Extra bounce off a good length. My goodness, the final delivery Umair Khan is bowling in every over is turning out to be a Jaffer. Look at that. 8 overs gone, 37 for 2. Change in the bowling then. Akif Raja's spell is done for now. And like we suggested, Matiullah Khan has switched ends. 37 for 2.
Ahmed, I am going to find that earpiece. Again, a suggestion from you and a good one.
Well, I told you yesterday, take out a metal detector and find that hidden mic. Look at that. And immediately, Matiullah Khan is swinging the ball all over the place.
Yeah, I think from this end they're getting that support from the wind blowing across as well, and Mati being fresh, he's just bowled the 2 overs. If he can charge in and get Rohan a wicket here, they'll be really confident.
Back of a length, hard square cut, beats the fielder. Alishan Sharfu is looking in prime form.
Yeah, one short ball too many in my opinion. Again, Alishan very strong, square of the wicket. He's middled that. That's flown past the point fielder, gone all the way to the boundary for 4.
Alishan Sharfu, square of the wicket, is just Princely is the word that comes to mind. 20 off 18. Natural timer of the ball, and he's built really, really well. Broad shoulders.
Well, Ahmed, questionable field placing maybe. Bhuta at point. I would have liked to see Rohan, maybe somebody quicker, at the point region because Alishan's gonna smack it through there whole day.
Pitched up this time and solidly behind it. Look at the timing on that one. That's absolutely raced away to mid-off. Looks like the pitch has quickened up a bit under the lights. It's coming onto the bat beautifully. And you mentioned Mohammad Bhuta at backward point. Perhaps him being an ex-keeper could be the issue.
Yeah, slot him in, it slipped then maybe.
We've already seen one catch go down. It was a brilliant effort. But at this level, in this tournament, with all the eyeballs on you, full delivery and carved away once more. Alishan Sharfu, my goodness.
Brilliant looking shot again. This time it was full, but again outside the off stump. Need to put these away, and that was time to perfection. That Bhuta had no chance there. Brilliant looking shot to the boundary for 4.
Well, forget Mohammad Bhuta. I barely saw that on my screen. He absolutely creamed it. My goodness. Matiullah Khan looking for those magic deliveries. Perhaps erring in his length, pitching it a bit full or a bit short. But Alishan Sharfu showing why he's so highly rated and the captain of Emirates Blues. Front foot, back foot, anywhere on the offside. You give me width, I'm going to smash you. Better delivery this time, slower ball. Dot ball 4, then a dot ball. So perhaps something might happen on the final delivery of this over.
Well, if he doesn't have to force the issue, he shouldn't. They've gotten 8 runs off the over. So unless and until it's in its zone, give it the respect. If they lose a wicket now, it's going to be very difficult for Emirates Blues.
Back of a length this time. Dot ball to end the over. 9 overs gone. 45 for 2. .45 for 2 after 9 overs. Taking a look at the Emirates Blues batting card. Atikur Rahman unlucky to be run out. 8 off 10. Fahad Nawaz playing an expansive cover drive and was caught at extra cover. Alishan Sharfu, 24 of 22, has looked absolutely glorious. Ansh Tandon with a couple of good shots as well, 13 of 20. What else can you tell me about this batting lineup, Abdur Rahman? Aditya Shetty, Farazuddin listed in there.
Well, it's interesting to see Rudra slotted in the late order. He's actually an opening batsman, Rudra Mahadev. So I think they're sort of using him as a late order hitter. But Farazuddin and Punya are going to be their middle order mainstay. Very inexperienced lineup though. There's a lot riding on Ansh and Alishan to get them at least to 140, 150 mark. Will give them the confidence.
Umair Ali Khan perhaps trying a bit too much, bowling it a bit wide. But he has shown the ability to swing that new ball away from the left-hander from around the wicket. Very difficult skill. This time he chased it. My goodness. Ansh Tandon. It was slightly short, not too wide. He threw the kitchen sink at it, but thankfully didn't get any wood on it.
But you know what? The interesting reaction was not from the bowler or the keeper. The interesting reaction was from Alishan, who punched his bat, telling Ansh to calm down a little bit. They need to get that partnership, and he needs the support.
Absolutely. This time much better, much more compact. And on the insistence of my co-commentator, Mohammad Bhuta has moved out of the high traffic zone, and he's now at mid-off.
I'm really sure he's not feeling that comfortable in the outfield. I'm sure he'll be asking Rohan, can I have my keeping pads and gloves back, please?
Not just Bhuta feeling uncomfortable, my co-commentator was very uncomfortable. Really High caliber game going on right now. Emirates Blues taking on Sharjah at the Emirates D50. Foolish delivery, bit of a outer half of the bat. I thought he played it quite well, but there was a big reaction from the bowler.
Yeah, he got behind the line. I think there were more dramatics than anything else. He did get the a good chunk of the bat, played towards the point region, but Umair must be feeling little confident here. He's won a couple of those battles. Let's see if he can win the war against Ansh and get him out.
Oh, this time the ball jagging in, taking a quick single, and they'll get it. Rohan Mustafa had to move to his left. Ansh got enough bat on it, and they've scurried through for a single.
Yeah, very good check there. Again, moving towards his weaker side, but an easy single nonetheless. Good calling from Ali Shan and from Ansh, responding really well.
Umair Ali Khan sweating profusely. It's not easy, although it's a lot cooler in the evening. It's still quite humid out there. Must be about 60 to 65% humidity. Back of length, trying that trademark square cut of his. What I like a lot about Ali Shan Sharfu's batting is very little movement, the economy of movement. He's in position. He doesn't fiddle around in the crease and just throws his hands at the ball.
You'll see him move around when the spinners come on. He likes to use his feet against the spinners. Against the pacers, he'll just stay there and trust his hand eyes.
Dot ball to end the over. 10 overs gone, 47 for 2. Change in the bowling then. A very familiar face. And that iconic backwards cap. Rohan Mustafa, the captain, coming on to bowl. So Matiullah Khan has been taken out of the attack. Interesting. Perhaps it's just not his day with the new ball. Might save him for the middle overs. Rohan Mustafa can bowl pretty much anything you can on a cricket field. Bowl seam up, bowl off spin, anything you like.
Yeah, he has a tendency of changing things around. I've seen him ball with the new ball. He's bowled leg spin. I've had the pleasure of hitting him of 6 on the same ground here when he bowled leg spin, but that was all in fun. Very talented cricketer.
Down the leg side, my goodness, that could have been a stumping if Khalid had picked it up cleanly. But given as a wide. Bowled him! Rohan Mustafa through the gate. Ansh Tandon plays all around it. And look at the jig from that man, number 88.
Big through for Sharjah. He's brought himself on. He knows exactly what he's doing against the left-handers. There's going to be no turn if you've played against Rohan. He's just going to swing the ball in. But a brilliant delivery. He's given him a big gap. He's found it. And Rohan's got in the big wicket. Ansh gone. And Emirates Blues is in a little bit of trouble.
"14 of 25 for Ansh Tandon. Hit 2 pretty boundaries, but got foxed by the drift of that man, Rohan Mustafa. Punya Mehra then coming into bat at number 5 for Emirates Blues. What can you tell us about his batting?
Very talented batsman. He plays in the Dubai circuit, so he's played for Farooq CC and scored mountains of runs in the Dubai cricket scene. Very good to see him. He's a very good batsman, technically very correct. He's going to take his time. He's going to take out that sweep shot as get out shot. Well, good to watch how he approaches the run chase now.
Just a reminder that you're watching the Emirates D50 Tournament 2021, brought to you by Wolf777 News. It's Sharjah versus the Emirates Blues live from the Dubai Sevens Cricket Stadium, Oval number 2. So I've given you the address, the location. So if you want to watch some live cricket, get in there.
There's some nice grass banks for you to sit and watch the game. Obviously, having to respect the COVID protocols. But very beautiful ground here, and under lights. The sevens grounds do have the best floodlights in the UAE.
Punya Mehra. Oh my goodness, there's some confusion here. Ali Shan Sharfu was halfway down the track. The ball had gone straight to mid-wicket. A moment of madness there. Look at that. Just a bit of a misfield. This time he beats that fielder, and Punya Mehra will get off the mark.
Well, that fumble have saved him, Ahmed. If Hassan had collected that ball cleanly, that would have been a very close run out.
Take a look at that. A late call. He stopped him, and that misfield, my goodness. Very, very lucky. The running between the wickets with Ali Shan Sharfu has been sketchy, to say the least. Rohan Mustafa bowling off break today, has a slip in place, but honestly you could ask him to bowl anything and he can do it at a good level. Only 2 runs given away in his 4 deliveries, and that beautiful arm ball disturbed Ansh Tandon's off stump. Edged! But it's just going to trickle away towards that point area. 50 up for Emirates Blues. Ayan Khan into the attack, left arm orthodox bowler, one of the brightest lights on the UAE domestic scene.
Yeah, he's going to be part of the ECB under 19 unit for sure. Very, very talented cricketer, very good bowler, very good batsman, and a fielder to beat as well. He's going to be a handful on this wicket.
Flicked away down the ground for a single. So Ali Shan Sharfu has recalibrated that he needs to dig in here. Oh, lovely arm ball, man. Very, very similar to the ace Bangladesh all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan. Has an action exactly like him with that round arm and gets through his overs in a flash. Punya Mehra flicks that away to deep square leg.
The one thing I really like about Ayan is even from a smaller age, younger age than this, he's been playing top level cricket. He's been playing for Sharjah club. He's playing A division cricket, and he's gotten very confident in his bowling, even against some of the fiercest hitters in UAE.
Nicely punched down the ground. 12 overs gone, 53 for 3. Rohan Mustafa continuing. Punched off the back foot this time, wide of mid-on. Should have been a single there, to be very honest.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to risk a single at this stage, or at least give it a couple of more overs, settle down a little bit.
That one is definitely going to be a single, down to long off. Alishan Sharfu has moved on to 28. Punya Mehra then has to play the anchor role, just hunker down. Oh, excellent fielding there, my goodness. Hassan Isa Khail.
Rohan bowling really well, stump to stump. Again, great fielding from Hassan, but they still pinched that single.
Shorter delivery this time, just punched off the back foot. So they're very much in accumulation mode. Over is done and dusted in a flash, 56 for 3. Fifty-six for 3. Ayan firing it in. Desperation dive there by the extra cover fielder, but couldn't rein it in. So the pattern of the game for the next few overs is set. The Emirates Blues just looking to build a partnership, and Sharjah racing through their overs.
Well, Ahmed, but as you can see, the trouble that maybe Ajman even had yesterday, and compared to the Emirates in circle fielding, Sharjah has given away the singles easily compared to what Emirates was doing, and they put a lot of pressure and a lot of dot balls. So it's going to be interesting to see their inner circle fielding, how well they can cope with this pressure from the young ones.
Consistently in and around that middle and off stump. Just bowling those round the wicket arm balls and a slip in place, so that doubt of the ball turning away always in their minds. This is really, really good bowling here from Ayan. Look at that, 1.4 overs bowled, only 4 runs given away. He has the ball on a string right now. So accurate. Slightly short, punched off the back foot to the left of mid-off. And they're going to be overthrows here. Unbelievably, 4 overthrows. My goodness.
Well, they've got 5. Again, we were talking about this just a few seconds ago. The inner fielding is going to be very crucial for Sharjah. And this is exactly what they didn't want happening. Wild throw from the skipper. Nobody backing up. Very poor cricket from Sharjah.
Indeed, the fine leg fielder should have been a lot more alert. You have to know Rohan Mustafa is going to attempt something. He's that kind of a cricketer. And 4 bonus runs for Punya Mehra. He'll feel good about that. Oh, bit of a leading edge there to end the over. 62 for 3. Rohan Mustafa to continue. Flatter delivery, worked away towards mid-wicket. Sardar Bezad is consistently manning that boundary, has already produced a run out, so they trust him in the outfield.
Yeah, he's one of the better fielders in the unit. That's why he's patrolling that mid wicket region.
Very orthodox looking punch down the ground for Alishan Sharfu. He's really tightened up his technique since I last saw him. Perhaps it was the format of D10, so he was looking a bit wet and wild, but now in the 50 over game, very, very easy on the eye.
You know, Ahmed, he scored 143 not out in a T10 match in Ajman. So he's capable of batting both ways, which is good to watch.
Nicely deflected by Punya Mehra. And what I can see immediately from Punya's batting is how low he gets to the ball. Really, they say you have to sniff the ball. That's the kind of batting style he has, although he's a pretty tall lad. Excellent punch once again.
I'd like to see the mid-off up in the circle. They're giving him too many easy singles. You know what? If Rohan wants, if Alishan wants to hit a boundary, he should try to get over it. Maybe bowl him through the gate. Easy singles on offer right now.
Nice deflection of the wrist. They're pushing for two. Punya Mehra has made the call. And yes, they've made it. Excellent running. End of the 15th over, 68 for 3. Ayan to continue. So it's spin twins, Ayan and Rohan Mustafa. Really racing through their overs. 15 have gone in a blink of an eye. That arm ball once again, but nicely met by Alishan Sharfu. He's moved on to 33, and honestly, I can only remember a couple of shots. Since then, he's just been batting like absolute liquid.
That's a trademark international level knock, if you want to call it that. You know, you never know when the batsman's reached 30. He's playing really well.
Punya Mehra over deep mid wicket this time. One bounce, couple of bounces over the ropes. Counter attacks Ayan Khan, and a calculated hit for 4.
Yeah, very confident looking shot. Again, he knows that the ball's not going to turn. He's swinging it in rather than trying to pitch it and turn it away. Very good looking shot. Safe shot into the mid wicket fence for 4. Lots to think about for Sharjah now.
Excellent, excellent, excellent batting by these two young guns. Punya Mehra getting that boundary and just manipulating his wrist and getting that ball to square leg.
Yeah, very intelligent batting. Punya had some good knocks when he played for Dubai in the D20 tournament. So he's again a confident player, very good technically, and takes a single after hitting a 4.
Pushing for a quick single here, mid on in the circle. And that's a good call from Alishan Sharfu. He knew how much pace there was on the ball, and it's Mohammad Bhuta, my co-commentator's favorite fielder. So it's an easy single.
Yeah, I've got a big smile on my face, as you can see, because he knew that as soon as he hits the ball towards him, that's an easy single.
Deflected towards square leg once again. Single to end the 16th over, 76 for 3. Rohan Mustafa to continue. Mohammad Bhuta, of course, has had a bit of a struggle in the field, as you mentioned earlier, Abdurrahman, that he's been out of top cricket for a while. And perhaps that was the reason that they didn't thrust him into the wicket-keeping role immediately.
Well, to be very honest with you, Khalid Shah is actually a brilliant outfielder. You know, he took a blinder at point in the Ramadan tournament, and he's been fielding consistently well. So I'm surprised to see him keep instead of Bhuta in the outfield.
Well, to be fair, Shahrukh executed, Khalid, pardon me, executed a brilliant run out already in this innings so far, that of Atikur Rahman. So maybe that decision is going to pay dividends here for Sharjah. Dot ball to end the over. 17 overs gone, 76 for 3. Ayan Khan to continue. Consistently bowling that round arm delivery coming into the pads of Punya Mehra and Ali Shan. Once again, big stride out. Oh, bit of a misfield there, but they're not going to run off Rohan Mustafa's arm. Look at that big grin on Ali Shan's face.
Well, that's good to see. Now he's got the mid-off on up in the circle. They've strung around 8 dot balls, put some pressure on the batsman, 9 including this one. So they're not able to get that through and get a single across, which is good to see from Sharjah.
Yes, indeed. They're bowling dry, as they say. Oh, very, very close. That bat came down very late. Look at the excitement. And Rohan CP, Rizwan CP, pardon me, at slip, having a bit of a chirp. Ali Shan Sharfudo won't take the bait.
Yeah, again, that mid-off fielder was right back at the edge of the circle. They were taking easy singles. Now they've strung through 5 dot balls in this over.
Maiden from Ayan Khan. Excellent bowling. 18 overs gone. 76 for 3. Big appeal. Surely that's out. Punya Mehra is absolutely distraught. He's saying to the umpire, there's an inside edge. But the umpire has raised the dreaded finger.
I'll tell you what, Ahmed, the match referee is going to be looking at that. That is plumb in front. I have no idea why Punya has lost his cool. But that's a very bad response from the youngster. Big wicket there for Rohan. Plumb in front.
Completely agree with you there. That's not on. There are a lot of eyeballs on you, young man. 18 of 25. And you can't be reacting like that to the umpire. You missed a straight one from Rohan Mustafa, who has 2 wickets to his name now. And that kind of reaction is frankly quite disappointing.
Yeah, very disappointing to see. Again, Punya is one of the nicest kids on the block. Of course, the match situation, he's frustrated. He's done what he's done. But that was plumb in front. Brilliant decision by the umpire.
New batsman has come in. Number 3, Rudra Mahadev. What can you tell us about him?
Very aggressive batsman. There's a little bit of a Sehwag glimpse if you watch him bat. Relies a lot on hand-eye coordination, plays a little bit away from his body. He's not going to be too excited seeing spin up front, especially somebody as wily as Rohan. But it'll be very interesting to see his approach, especially with Alishan supporting him on the other end.
Rizwan CP has a perpetual smile on his face. Plenty of banter going on here with the young chaps. Of course, it is the Emirates D50 tournament 2021. One of the cornerstone tournaments of the UAE domestic scene. All of these cricketers have bragging rights on the line. Pulled away, Rudra Mahadev, my goodness. Quick hands through the ball. Square leg trying to get around, and that big boot gets it down. Good work.
Great fielding by Sardar Bazad. Rudra was running a bit slowly. You can see Alishan a bit frustrated. He thought he'd hit it really hard enough, and that'll go for 4. But great work by Sardar Bazad, stopping that ball from crossing the fence, restricting them to just 2 runs.
Dot ball to end the over. 19 overs gone. 78 for 4. Spin duo of Ayan and Rohan Mustafa continues. This time flicked away towards square leg. $79 for 4 as Ayan Khan continues. Rudra Mahadev got off the mark with a stylish flick. Ayan Khan none for 18 in his 4.2 overs. Oh, big flick over deep mid wicket this time, but the sweeper might get around. Omar Ali Khan manning the boundary. So Rudra Mahadev taking no prisoners. And joining me in the comm box is a very, very special guest, Mr. Azhar Qureshi, who is the strength and conditioning coach, pardon me, for the ECB. Welcome to the comm box, Azhar. Pardon me, your mic was off. I'll just switch it on for a second. I wanted to talk to myself. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Strength and conditioning, of course. This is a very, very important tournament for the ECB, and it's taking place in late August when it's quite hot, humid out there. We saw in the first 2 days we've had morning games. How are the lads coping with these oppressive conditions?
So basically what I have seen in the summer, the climate goes beyond the 40-45 degree. What I have been telling to the players who are in the setup of ECB, to keep themselves rehydrated, keep themselves rehydrated, and every now and then I'm keep in track on them. So basically what they're doing, how they're doing, keep themselves fit enough, and the conditioning session and the ground training session we have been doing throughout the year, and you can see how the boys are fit. You can see the players, especially in the setup, ECB setup, they all are fit. They are doing really well, and our top priority is the fitness along with the skills. That is what Robin sir has said to us and given the permission to go along with them. So maximum thing we are doing for them is keeping them fit even in this condition where the climate is going beyond 45 degree.
You mentioned keeping them fit, and that seems to be the mantra of course, strength and conditioning. But what exactly goes into that process for these young lads?
So we have a fitness testing for them. So every quarterly we do the fitness testing. So we have done twice in a year. We have done it. We have done twice in this in last year. So we will be doing again. So something we call, there is endurance test for the players, that is yo-yo test. Then we do some sprinting test, 20-meter sprints. Then we do some agility test. Then we have a muscle strength test. So all these parameters and all these protocols we do for the fitness for all the ECB boys.
Absolutely, and of course, not just working out and of course keeping yourself hydrated, but diet is extremely important. Diet and nutrition. So, have you created plans for them to follow specifically, or at this age you're allowing them to develop?
No, it depends on each individual. So we have a under 19 boys, and we do have a senior boys. So to under 19 boys, I tell them to watch what they're eating because it's a growing age. I don't restrict them from eating, but yeah, I tell them to not to eat too much of junk because, again, I am not a certified nutritionist, so I can only guide them. But when it comes to the proper nutritionist, we have a team, so I connect them with the proper nutritionist. And then to the senior boys, I tell them to keep a track of the food because this is the time for the seniors where they have to keep the fitness at the top priority so that they play longer.
Absolutely, and of course they're part of a 50 over tournament, so that is going to get tested to the maximum. And of course 82 for 4 after 20 and a half overs. Alishan Sharfu and Rudra Mahadev playing a key role here. Tell us a bit more about Alishan Sharfu. What is his approach off the field? He looks a very determined player, very determined to do well for the UAE.
Yeah, he's a very, very good prospect for the ECB, even in the men's and under 19, and he's doing well. He's determined. He's one guy who keeps coming to me and asking me, Azarbhai, I want to do the session, even though we have a rest day, but still he's the person who keeps coming. And I have been monitoring him, and he's doing really, really well. And I hope he does well for under 19 as well as for the men's cricket. And looking at his fitness, you must have seen how agile he is, how quick he is. Even though he is bit on the heavier side, but I always felt that he's a quick fielder in the whole setup.
Absolutely, and even by the eye test, he has significantly improved his speed. His bowling speed looks a lot quicker and much more fitter this time. What about youngsters around the age of 8 to 12 who are looking to get into cricket? They're in the academies, they're in the age cricket system. What kind of advice do you have for them in the long term to improve their strength and conditioning?
So, see, uh, I mean, there is no age barrier to the strength and conditioning. Even to go to the gym, there is no age barrier. Once you cross the age of 8, you can do all the exercises what adults do. So there is a myth always where a 14-year-old boy or the 12-year-old boy cannot go to the gym, but it's just a myth. You all the structure of the body is such there where once you make a habit of doing something, you can easily do it. It's just that how every coaches say practice makes perfect. The same thing it goes for the boys going to the gym as well. So it doesn't mean that they have to go and lift heavy, but the main idea is to go and understand what you have to do specifically. The way the coaches says the practice should have a purpose, the same way the fitness should have a purpose. So every boy, like even the Ayan Khan, what we can see on the TV right now. So for me, he might be young, but I have to treat him the same way because he has transferred himself into the men's cricket, under 19 cricket. He has been playing the domestic cricket for so many years now. So the point is, every cricketer, once they come to the professional level, they all have to be take them equally. We can't think of age. Once they come to the men's category, they all are same.
Completely agree with you. There's always the right way to do something in the air, and can you believe it? Rudra Mahadev has bunted this straight to Hassan at short mid-wicket. A disappointing end, and the man you mentioned, Ayan Khan, producing the wicket for Sharjah. So long-term, Azhar, what are the goals and objectives you've set yourself for these boys? At what level, at what standard do you want to take them to? And what is the target for the near future?
So the top priority is the fitness level to go beyond what we are thinking, what we have seen here. So the main objective is to get them super fit so that we can compete to the test playing nations. That is what the we have a target. What Robin sir has told us to do, that our top priority should be, we should be able to compete with the team likes of England, India, South Africa. We have seen that how fit they are and how quick they are on the field. So we just have to go to that level of cricket in ECB as well.
Absolutely. They're working very hard towards that. Another young chap who's making waves is that man on screen, Mohammad Farazuddin. Azhar Qureshi, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for joining us in the com box.
Thank you so much.
85 for 5 then. The Emirates Blues in dire straits. Just when you thought they were building a partnership, once again, they've lost a crucial wicket. Punya Mehra trapped leg before by Rohan Mustafa, and then Ayan Khan getting Rudra Mahadev to play a shot in the air against his deceptive arm balls. And it was a straightforward catch. 1 for 20 in his 5.5 overs. Big appeal this time. Ayan Khan has gotten a wicket. Back-to-back wickets. Mohammad Farazuddin is gone for a golden duck. Can you believe it? What a game. That arm ball curving in once again, and Farazuddin was plumb in front. He indicated to the umpire there might have been an inside edge, but bitterly disappointed. Will Farazuddin gone for a golden duck. 85 for 6. Aditya Shetty then coming in. It's been a brutal collapse here for Emirates Blues. The captain Alishan Sharfu is still battling out there, but Ayan Khan on a hat-trick in the Emirates D50. What a moment this could be. He has his under-19 teammate there, Aditya Shetty. He'll be feeling the heat. As my co-commentator Abdul Rahman is coming back sprinting into the comm box. He doesn't want to miss this moment. Right then, Ayan Khan, 2 for 20. Back-to-back wickets. Aditya Shetty looking nervous, looking edgy, looking anxious.
Well, he
But
was
look at
very
the
confident
focus.
when he ran into the ran on the pitch.
Right then, here we go. Hat-trick ball. Down the ground, big appeal, big appeal! Umpire has said no, my goodness. Has there been a run out though? No, the bails are still on. There was a shy at the stumps. Tell me, Abdul Rahman, what do you think?
Well, as I said, when he went into the bat, he was very confident. But that looks like he's moved across a lot. You know, he's down the pitch. He's down the pitch. I think that would have swung away. He's not turning the ball.
Another appeal, 4 in a row from Ayan Khan. That's not out, young man. Hold your horses.
Rizwan CP is asking for a DRS. But unfortunately, that's not there. Very good over from Ayan.
My goodness, what an over. 22 overs gone, 85 for 6. Well, I think the approach from Aditya was very good. He got down to the wicket, and you can't give that out from that far.
Yeah, if you're 3 meters away from the stumps, if the ball hits you, that's still an umpire's call, so to speak. He was way down the stump, way down the wicket. Good decision there. Very risky on the hat-trick ball. But you can see he's confident about his batting. Let's see what happens.
My goodness, what a game. Rohan Mustafa 2 for 14. Back into the attack. They have been relentless around that middle and offline, targeting the pads, challenging them every single delivery, and they finally cracked. A mini collapse here from the Blues. Alishan Sherfu really stuck in between a rock and a hard place. 39 of 55. He's batted absolutely beautifully, but no support from the other end. This time taking a quick single, squeezed away to point. There are plenty of close-in fielders, so that gap is available.
Well, you know, Ahmed, Ali Shan has actually played a very similar knock to this a couple of weeks ago in a domestic circuit where he scored 100. He's the only guy, nobody else crossed even double figures. So he's not a stranger to this situation. But again, the opposition, the sort of caliber of the tournament that he's playing right now, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him.
Playing across his front pad is Aditya Shetty. What can you tell us about his batting?
Well, he likes to call himself Dre Russ, believe it or not. So let's see.
Running down the pitch to Rohan Mustafa. I think honestly that's a pretty decent approach. Playing it from the crease is very, very dicey.
Yeah, if he just hangs back, he's going to get one that hits his pad right in front of the wickets.
Solidly behind that one as well. "23 overs gone, 86 for 6. Man of the moment on screen, Ayan Khan. What an over he bowled, my goodness.
Yeah, he's an impact player for them. You can see in such a huge lineup that Sharjah has. He plays every game and he's got the responsibility of getting the key wickets for them.
Punch down the ground, but now there's a mid-off in place, so they're restricting that quick single as well. Good captaincy here from Rohan Mustafa. They've got the game by the scruff of the neck. Pushing for a quick single, and they'll pick it up easily.
Yeah, he'll want to tighten that noose around the batsman now. They're 6 down. You know, if they were 4 down, maybe they would have had a lot more gaps. But Rohan knows as well that Aditya Shetty is not one of those top order batsmen. So they're very much into the tail, believe it or not.
Oh, very, very late on that arm ball. My goodness. Just about got his bat down in time. Aditya Shetty. Runs down the pitch once again. Anytime the ball hits the pad, Ayan Khan is turning around and asking the umpire, what do you feel? Rizwan CP in the slips, having a bit of a giggle to himself every delivery. Punched off the back foot, a better shot from Aditya.
I think he was asking Aditya to just stay inside the crease and see what happens. He's like, stay back, stay back. Interesting approach by Aditya Shetty.
Oh, turned that one. Bit of variation there from Ayan Khan. He's pulling out all the stops tonight. End of the 24th over, 87 for 6. Taking a look at that batting scorecard, Atikur Rahman was run out, unfortunately. 8 of 10. Fahad Nawaz could not get going tonight. Alishan Sharfu still hanging in there, the captain, 41 of 59. Ansh Tandon looked good until he missed a straighter one from Rohan Mustafa. Punya Mehra as well, trapped plumb in front. And after that, it was the Ayan Khan show. Back-to-back wickets. They needed Mohammad Farazuddin to provide a partnership, but unfortunately missed a straight one. Rohan Mustafa, 6 overs, done in a flash, only 15 runs conceded, and has 2 wickets to his name.
I'm sure that's what Sharjah must have discussed at the break as well. The middle order is very brittle, very young, very immature. So, you know, you get through to those guys and they're going to be under a lot of pressure to score 5-6 runs and over.
Completely agree with you. Although it was a meager target of 210 to chase, just the consistent fall of wickets. Playing across his pad, that's very, very dangerous against Rohan Mustafa. He's consistently looking to hit your pad and go up. Tried to york him there. My goodness. A quicker one. Tried to squeeze it out. Aditya Shetty, young chap, bowled beautifully in the early afternoon. Big appeal this time. Rohan Mustafa. My goodness.
He's asked for DRS. Let's see.
That was an appeal straight out of a Bollywood movie. Look at that. So passionate.
Yeah, I think he got an inside edge onto the pads. It didn't hit the pads flush, but nonetheless, theatrics from Rohan Mustafa, the entertainer.
This time tries to get to the pitch of the delivery. Half their overs have expired. 88 for 6. Ayan Khan and Rohan Mustafa operating together. 2 for 21 in his 7 overs. He's been spectacular. Alishan Sharfu, 42 of 61, nearing a 50. But a very long way off that target of 210. They do have a lot of time though. If somehow he can farm the strike, perhaps a miracle can occur. But it looks quite difficult at this stage.
You know, this is very similar to what happened to Fujairah yesterday as well. They lost a lot of wickets in a heap, and then the chase became really difficult for them. But in this case, they have a set batsman and Alishan at the crease. So as you said, if somebody can support him, maybe he can push them across the line.
Works it away to the point region for a single. Honestly, I feel he should perhaps take a chance early in the over. The field is in. They are attacking and trying to get a wicket, so perhaps he can get some boundaries away. Foolish delivery. Just worked away to the leg side, but Ayan Khan, metronomic with his accuracy. Aditya Shetty, bit of an appeal once again. Love his style, love his energy.
Yeah, Ahmed, I agree with you on the approach. I think maybe what Alishan is thinking right now is Ayan's in his 8th over. He's got 2 more overs to go. And it'll be interesting to see who the next change bowler is. Maybe they'll try to target some of those guys rather than Ayan, who's on top of the game right now.
Shrewd observation. 26 overs gone, 89 for 6. Rohan Mustafa back into the attack. Punched off the back foot. Good looking shot there from Aditya Shetty. And you did mention something about him making 100. Can you expand on that, Abdur Rahman?
No, it's not Aditya Shetty. Actually, Nilansh has 100 in Bukhatir League, Ramadan cricket. So they will still have some batting to come. Although, again, you'll have to understand the caliber of the opposition at that time compared to now. So it'll be interesting to see how Nilansh approaches the game if he comes into bat.
Alishan Sharfu in the meanwhile has moved on to 45. The 50 is a hit away if he's willing to take that chance. But no, he's very resolute in defense. Rohan Mustafa having a bit of a giggle with Rizwan CP at first slip. Alishan also joining in. This game has been played in an excellent spirit. Short ball dragged away. Look at that fielding. Hassan Khani Sakhel, my goodness. Fantastic work.
Brilliant save. That would have been a 4 because both the fielders are inside the circle. But a brilliant effort by Hassan saving a certain boundary.
Off the back foot this time. They're pushing for 2. And they'll get it quite easily. Attacking field has left some gaps to work with. Straight to the fielder this time. 27 overs gone. 93 for 6. Ayan Khan into the attack. He's resuming his battle versus Aditya Shetty. 2 for 22 in just 8 overs. My goodness, look at that economy rate. None of 16, Aditya Shetty. Oh, almost stepped into that one. Very close. But he's applying himself. That's the right approach.
I think that's his aim. He needs to be there to support Alishan.
Oh, that arm ball is absolutely deadly from Ayan Khan. But Aditya Shetty is not shirking away from his responsibility. Hanging in there for his captain. Has a strange front foot defense. Plays it with an angled bat, but it works for him.
Yeah, well, Ahmed, if you ask him, he says he's a batsman who can bowl a bit. So it'll be interesting to see his approach as we move through the game. But so far, he's not giving his team a lot of confidence, I can tell you that.
Look at that elegant cover drive. Yes, he is a batsman. Down the track. Strong extra cover drive, but good fielding. A maiden from Ayan Khan. 93 for 6. Change in the bowling here then. It's Umair Ali Khan coming into the attack. Do you agree with this move, Abdurrahman?
Oh, yes. I think Rohan's bowled a really good spell. He does like to keep a couple of overs in the death because he's very smart when he's bowling in the death overs. So, good change in my opinion. Umair coming into bowl now. Maybe pry out the wicket of Aditya Shetty and expose the lower order batsmen. Otherwise, these guys can accumulate the runs slowly but surely.
Batting on 47. Alishan Sharfu, the captain of Emirates Blues. This will be interesting. All-rounder versus all-rounder. Both kingpins in their own right.
And play for the same team.
Plenty of bragging rights at stake. If he hits him for a 4 or a 6 and gets his 50, you know which way he's going to aim that celebration. Good Yorker there from Umair Ali Khan. striving for that wicket that will break this game open completely.
Well, they still have 22 overs to go, so they have a lot of time in their hand. You know, these two will try to put on at least a 40-run partnership, 40-50-run partnership, and then see how things work out from there.
Flipped it away towards the mid-wicket area for a single. Substitute fielder on Intizar, getting a moment in the spotlight. A very fine player in his own right.
Yeah, he's a solid off spinner and he can bat really well. Been performing consistently on the domestic circuit. Good to see him get that opportunity. I know he's not in the playing 11 today, but I'm sure he'll get his opportunity for Sharjah very soon.
Meanwhile, Aditya and his long vigil at the crease, but still on zero, of course. Back of a length delivery pulled away, and good for the young lad. He's off the mark.
I'm not sure Rohan's going to be too happy though. Aditya Shetty getting off the mark finally. Short ball. He was waiting for that. That'll give him a lot of relief, and I'm sure it'll give Ali Shan a lot of relief as well.
Sliced away by Aditya, Alishan Sharfu, pardon me. Just one run away from a very well-deserved 50. He's had a good day in the field. Couple of wickets, and now batting really, really well. Shown a lot of quality. Omer Ali Khan has quietly put together a very good over. "29 overs gone, 96 for 6. "96 for 6. 29 overs have gone by. Unfortunate no-show from the batting of the Emirates Blues, apart from Alishan Sharfu.
And Ahmed, this is what we were talking about for the Emirates Blues team. They have that middle order which is quite weak, very inexperienced. It would be good to see maybe have an experienced player like a Bhuta, for example, in the middle order to guide the kids. But they've gone in with the full kid approach. It's going to be very interesting.
Sliced away Intizar at backward point. Pretty happy with himself for that fielding effort. That was a rare loose delivery from Ayan, to be quite honest. Punched off the back foot, and there it is. "50 for Alishan Sharfu. He's played really, really well here. And just a thumbs up, no celebration needed. I have a job to do."
Yeah, absolutely right. Brilliant knock in the circumstances. He was dropped in the first over, but after that he's composed himself, played a brilliant knock, and now fighting to take his team across the line.
Well, now Aditya is in his groove. He's taking singles for fun. Good punch down the ground.
Yeah, you would say the runs are flowing now from Aditya's bat.
51 of 77 for Alishan Sharfu. He's played really well. The captaincy suits him. Batting at number 3. Bowling some seam deliveries for his side. He led them really well. Their bowling effort and fielding effort was absolutely top notch. 30 overs gone, 99 for 6. 50 for Alishan Sharfu. Played some lovely shots on the offside, just caressing the ball to the boundary. That flick towards fine leg as well. Nicely executed. Matiullah Khan came in for some hammer. Look at that punch down the ground. Picture perfect on drive from Alishan Sharfu. Has played really, really well. Look at that square cut from Alishan. Really, really secure on that back foot. Peppers that cover point region. There he is, the man of the moment. Can he do something special? He has enough time. The run rate is not that difficult. Aditya Shetty is looking good. So you really never know. Cricket is the funniest game of them all.
Well, with Ayan finishing his spell, I'd like to see maybe Rizwan CP bowling from the other end. An interesting fact, he was the highest wicket taker in a tournament played domestically, where Imran Tahir from South Africa was number 2. So he's a very steady leg spinner, but they know.
Down the ground this time from Alishan Sharfu. He's pumped him for 6.
Good looking shot. That is strength. You know, he stays on the back, he stays on the crease, doesn't move a lot too much, flows through, goes over long off for a huge 6.
Like you mentioned, Ayan Khan out of the attack, and the counter attack from Alishan Sharfu has begun. 100 up for Emirates Blues. This time squeezed away past that gully fielder for a single. Absolutely effortless hit there from him. Quick hands through the ball. So talented, and like you mentioned, he's made 140 at T10 level. You absolutely never know. Anything can happen. What a flick from Aditya Shetty. My goodness, over square leg. Just a whip of the wrist. And he looks very relaxed now at the crease.
I think that surprised Aditya Shetty more than it surprised us. But that was a good looking shot nonetheless. But yeah, as you said, one of the things that is really cool about Alishan is he hits them effortlessly. You won't see that huge follow through. He just punches it so hard and they'll fly over the fence.
Tried to cut that straightish delivery, bit of an inside edge. 58 of 80. The target is 103 runs away. Plenty of time. If somebody can hang around with him, he'll make a game of it. I tell you this. Dot ball to end the over. 31 overs have gone by. 107 for 6. Change in the bowling then, as predicted by my co-commentator Rizwan CP into the bowling attack. I haven't seen him bowl before, so this will be interesting. Wonderful action he has. Can you describe that, Abdurrahman?
I can't describe the action, but I can tell you that he's a brilliant bowler. He's actually bowled a maiden over in a T10 format, so very difficult to get away. But it'll be interesting to see how he bowls to Alishan, who loves batting against leg spinners.
Pulled away by Aditya Shetty over deep mid wicket. One bounce, and Umair Ali Khan gets the big mitt down. It was a bit of a half tracker. And they'll pick up 3 runs. 2 runs, in fact.
Well, now you know why he calls himself Dre Russ. Not a bad looking shot, but just plugs in the outfield and they take only 2. Some would say poor running, but very good fielding by Umair.
$109 for 6. Oh, straighter one this time. A top spinner. Can be a very distracting action, I must say. But Aditya, he's keeping his eye on the ball. Oh, big leg break this time. Pulls it away.
I'm trying to put my finger on this action. I think I've seen it somewhere before in the international level, but no doubt it is a very effective one.
I'll tell you right after this delivery who it is. Big slog sweep from Aditya Shetty and he's caught. Umair Ali Khan takes an excellent catch. 109 for 7. Rizwan CP has struck in his first over.
That's brilliant field placing. He's bolted on his pads. Aditya Shetty is gone for that shot. And that's a brilliant catch by Umair. Calm under it.
New batsman out there is Nilanj Keswani. Big googly there from Rizwan CP to end the over. 32 gone. 109 for 7. Taking a look at the bowling analysis here for Sharjah. Akif Raja, 5 overs, 1 for 23. Matiullah Khan, just the 3 overs, none for 18. Umair Ali Khan was very steady, none for 20 in his 5. Rohan Mustafa outstanding, 2 for 20 in his 8 overs, and he will continue here right now. It's been a bit of a no-show from the Emirates Blues with the bat. The relentless accuracy of Sharjah has paid dividends. Except for that man on strike, Alishan Sharfu batting on 50 plus. Down the leg side this time, that's an easy boundary for Alishan Sharfu. A horrible delivery and smacked away for 4.
Yeah, that will give him a lot of confidence to begin the over with a boundary. Now he'll probably have to take a couple of singles and get that run rate back. But nonetheless, very good looking shot. Poor ball from Rohan Mustafa, very rare to see.
Tried to fire it in at the base of the stumps and slipped out of his hand. Back cut this time by Alishan Sharfu. The cover sweeper has to give it a chase. And he'll get around. They're pushing for 2. Good throw, but easily done with this big square outfield.
Well, that's good to see that there is still intent from Alishan, even though he's losing partners on the other end. He's not forgiving the loose balls. He's going for his cuts, going for his drives.
Poor fielding there from Rohan off his own bowling, and they will rotate the strike. $116 for 7. 65 of 85 is Alishan Sharfu. Nilansh Keswani, left-hand batter. Look at that, perfect technique. Tell me about his batting, Abdur Rahman.
Well, as I said before, he does have 100 in Bukhatir League. And if you ask him, he will remind you of that day in, day out. But he's very confident as a batsman. He's technically very good as well. You wouldn't consider him as a tail-ender. I would have probably sent him up the order instead of Aditya. But very crucial partnership now for Emirates Blues. I think if these two can put on at least 50 runs, that will help them in the long haul. Otherwise, that total is looking really far away.
Completely agree with you. And it's up to that man. Number 7 for Emirates Blues, Alishan Sharfu. 66 runs to his name now. Nilansh, that was a nice flick towards square leg to get off the mark from him. 33 overs gone. 92 required off 102. $118 for 7 as Rizwan CP continues. Got the wicket of Aditya Shetty in the previous over. Caught a deep mid wicket. Rohan Mustafa has moved into the slip cordon. I think Alishan will have a dip here. He'll do something. Nope, just bunts it down the ground for a single. So he clearly trusts Nilansh Keswani's defensive technique.
Yes, you're right. On any other day, though, he would have gone for it. He's hit me for 4 consecutive sixes on the same ground from the same end. So he's very confident against leg spinners. But the match situation is completely different. I think he's going to take his time a little bit. Maybe try to bat at least 10 overs before he can try to go for that 4 sixes, 5 sixes in an over.
Nicely cut away by Nilansh. Read that googly. Or maybe he's just very confident against you and you were bowling rubbish.
I did get him out in that same over of the 5th ball. I overheard a
Well,
conversation.
an economy rate of 24.
I overheard the conversation where they were saying, let's go for 6 sixes, and I wasn't very happy. So I was very glad to get him out.
Oh, good delivery from Rizwan this time. Pitching on middle and leg. And genuine turn. He does give the ball a tweak.
Yeah, he's got a very busy action, as you can see. He gives a lot of revs on the ball and bowls an amazing googly. I think he's a little bit under-bowled, especially for the Emirates as well as for his local club. So good to see him get a bowl here.
Reads that googly well. Cut away by Alishan Sharfu. Beats the point fielder as well. They're scurrying through for 2. And they will get it just in time.
A good running again. And they've got 4 off the over. They need about 5.5. So that's not a good. That's a very good start. I'm just hoping that again Alishan and Nilansh can keep their composure and see these overs through.
Has that trademark backwards cap style just like his captain Rohan Mustafa. Top spinner this time, punched down the ground by Alishan. Moved into the 70s. Surely has an eye on that 3-figure mark as well. That'll be an important moment in his domestic career.
But not just in his domestic career, for the match as well. If he can score 30 runs moving on from here, he's going to take his team very close to that target. So for sure, he's looking at that triple figure mark, as you said.
A drag down delivery, top edge. Can you believe it? Nilansh Keswani has been caught by the keeper. Alishan Sharfu looking absolutely distraught. Let's take a look at the replay. It was an absolute drag down. He should have smashed this anywhere he liked. And Alishan Sharfu's reaction says it all.
Yeah, that's poor cricket from Nilansh. It is one thing being confident, is another being overconfident. You need to understand the match situation as well. That was a rank long hop, absolutely nothing ball, but he's played all over it, top edged it. Khalid Shah makes it look very easy, and Emirates Blues in more trouble now. 8 down.
Sanchit Sharma coming out to bat at number 10. Iconic yellow helmet. What can you tell me about his batting?
Well, Sanchit Sharma is actually a very good batsman. He bats at about 6 in his domestic team. So I'm very surprised to see him at 10. After Nilansh and Aditya, as you see that replay, Ali Shan absolutely distraught by that wicket. But yeah, this is what I would call as the last recognized pair, if you want to call Sanchit the batsman.
Well, Abdur Rahman, every single batter that's come out, you said he's very good, and they're 123 for 8. So I need to be, I need to recalibrate my thinking of your judgment.
Yeah, clearly I have absolutely no idea what these guys are doing. Maybe they're on a mission to make me look like a fool, but for sure it's very disappointing to see that shot from Nilansh in that circumstances.
Takes the single. Interesting that he's exposing Sanchit to the strike very early. It's only 86 required of 95. Somebody needs to show some temperament here to support their captain. Rohan Mustafa bringing himself on to bowl. Perhaps looking to buy a wicket here. Sanchit Sharma. 2 overs. 2 for 30 in his spell, pardon me. Oh, beats the outside edge, big appeal, and is gone first ball. Sanchit Sharma is absolutely distraught, but an excellent catch by Khalid Shah.
While I continue to jinx the batsmen as they come in, hyping up Sanchit and his batting. He looks very distraught. Not sure if he's hit that, but nonetheless, the umpire's decision is final. And 9 down now, Emirates Blues.
Well, one thing is for sure. I don't want Mr. Abdur Rahman on commentary when I'm out there to bat, because he's going to hype me up in the comm box and I'm going to not make any runs. Final batter coming out to bat for the Emirates Blues is Mr. Rahul Bhatia. What can you tell me about him?
Well, I can tell you for a fact that he's a number 11. He's played for our club as well. He's going to be resolute in defense. That's the best way to put it. Not going to be seeing too many shots from him. But again, Alishan wants him to support as much as possible. Block one end while he takes on from the other side.
124 for 9 then. Rohan Mustafa, a good day overall for him. A 3-for and some runs. But it will be a disappointing outing for Emirates Blues. They had done so well in the field. They were controlling the game. Their young spinners were all over Team Sharjah. But then Sardar Behzad playing a fantastic 50, letting them get to a target of 210. But the batting just did not show up. Big appeal by Rohan Mustafa, immediately turned down by the umpire. Might have been sliding down leg. Rahul Bhatia with a big grin on his face. Yorker fired in, but just about got his bat down in time. Alishan Sharfu still out there, 71 of 91. But it's been a procession from the other end. They'll be disappointed not to get close to that target of 210. Big appeal, no shot offered, my goodness! And the umpire has refused Rohan Mustafa. 35 overs gone, 124 for 9. Taking a look at the replays of the fall of wickets, Nilansh Keswani, my goodness, that was a rank long hop. He could have smacked everywhere. And then outside edge of Sanchit Sharma's bat. Umpire had absolutely no doubt. Sanchit was disappointed, but I think he did get a sliver of an edge on it. 35 overs gone. The game looks done and dusted now. Unless that man on strike, Alishan Sharfu, can perform a miracle. 96 runs away. 15 overs left. He's battled and soldiered on. The field has been spread. Big full toss, slog sweep over deep mid wicket. That's going all the way for 6. Alishan Sharfu has latched onto one and smashed this over the top for half a dozen. Rizwan sweep, CP threw it up and he accepted the invitation. Bang! Gone for half a dozen. (77 of 93, 130 for 9. Even Rizwan CP has a twofer to his name. But this is going to be fun. How long can Alishan Sharfu keep going? And how long can Rahul Bhatia hang around? Quicker ball this time, fired in, back to the bowler. Oh, big leg break on middle and leg. Swung at it, did Alishan Sharfu. Let's take a look here. Look at that. Really threw it up. A big heave towards the leg side. But it's bounced over the bat and over the stumps as well. It was very close. (77 of 95). Leading edge. Falling short of extra cover. Quick single taken and they'll get it. Good response by Rahul Bhatia. So he just has the single delivery to negotiate of this over. Perhaps a run out was on the offing, but not executed there by keeper Khalid Shah. So Team Sharjah staking their claim for favourites to win the Emirates D50 2021. Googly this time from Rizwan CP to conclude the over. 36 overs gone. 131 for 9. 131 for 9. Alishan Sharfu on strike. Umair Ali Khan brought back into the attack. All-rounder v all-rounder. And interestingly, keeper Khalid Shah is standing up to the stumps for him. That's quite difficult to do against medium pace. Flicked away over deep mid-wicket. Gone all the way for 6. What a shot. Alishan Sharfu. A flick of the wrist. And that ball has sailed away over the boundary ropes. The shot of the day for me. My goodness. The sheer power this lad has is a sight to behold. Quick hands through the ball. It was a poor delivery, to be fair. 84 of 97. 137 for 9. Once again hitting a 6 early in the over. Hard drive down the ground, but he's not taking a single. Interesting. Umair Ali Khan will be quite angry to concede that 6 early in the over. Foolish delivery flicked away past the fine leg fielder. They're going to push for 2. Chance for a run out. But he's made it back. Good running by Rahul Bhatia, responding to the call of his captain. And he retains the strike. Alishan Sharfu. 86 off 99. He's played an absolute blinder. Came in very early of the third delivery of the match, of the second innings to be exact, when Fahad Nawaz was caught at extra cover. And since then he's hung around. Foolish hit down the ground. Chance for a catch at long on. And he's taken it. Akif Raja completes the catch. Emirates Blues have been blown away for 139. The final wicket to fall is their captain himself. Slower delivery, bit of a leg cutter from Umair Ali Khan. And Akif Raja takes the pressure catch. It's victory for Team Sharjah. But a sensational knock here from that man on screen. The captain of Emirates Blues, Alishan Sharfu, gave it his absolute all. 86 of exactly 100 deliveries, 3 sixes and 6 boundaries in his innings. It's been a fantastic game on day 3 of the 2021 Emirates D50, brought to you by Wolf777 News. But in the end, it's the team in red and black that have completed a comfortable win over the young charges of Emirates Blues. High fives, handshakes all round. It's been a team effort by the bowling unit. A lot of credit goes to that man on screen, Rohan Mustafa. He was fantastic with the ball, ripped the heart out of the middle order of the Emirates Blues. And after that, they never could really recover and come back into the game. So they stake their claim as favorites for the title of Emirates D50 champions. They had to do it the hard way, but they've gotten the victory. There it is, the scorecard of the Emirates Blues. Atikur Rahman run out 8 of 10. Fahad Nawaz gone for a second ball duck, caught at extra cover. Alishan Sharfu played a fantastic innings. 86 of 100 in deliveries. He fought till the bitter end. Ansh Tandon 14 of 25. Missed an arm ball from Rohan Mustafa. And Punya Mehra missed a straight one. 18 of 25. Till then it looked like Emirates Blues might be in control of the game, but after that it was done and dusted fairly quickly. Rudra Mahadev 3 of 13. Farazuddin also a golden duck for him. Ayan Khan at one stage was on a hat-trick. Aditya Shetty hung around for a while, 5 of 33. And then the tail came and went in a flash. and they were shot out for 139. Taking a look at the bowling analysis for Team Sharjah, Akif Raja was excellent up top. 1 for 23 in his 5. Matiullah Khan, 3 overs, none for 18. Umar Ali Khan, 1 for 28, gave some useful overs. Rohan Mustafa, the pick of the bowling, 3 for 30 in his 10. Ayan Khan, 2 for 25. Rizwan CP picking up 2 wickets for 14. That is the match summary then. Sharjah batting first, put up 209 and were all out in 49 overs. Sardar Behzad 56 of 45, Rizwan CP 40 of 65, Rohan Mustafa 29 of 75. In the bowling department for the Blues, Sanchit Sharma was excellent, 3 for 22. Aditya Shetty bowled excellent leg break, 3 for 45. Ali Shanshar for the captain himself, picking up 2 for 22, but in response, they just couldn't get going. Bowled out for 139. The captain once again, Alishan Sharfu, the outstanding performer, 86 of 100. Rohan Mustafa, 3 for 30. Ayan and Rizwan with 2 wickets each. In the end, Sharjah winning comfortably by 70 runs on the day. Day 3 of the 2021 Emirates D50. Sharjah winning this game relatively comfortably in the end. They had to earn it. Emirates Blues were excellent in the first half of the game. Bowled consistently, fielded very hard. But Sardar Behzad with that late 50 down the order really changed the match situation. And now we're ready for the post-match award ceremony.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match discussions with the captain and the man of the match. Day 3 today, and Emirates Blues, the kids from Emirates Blues putting up a good fight, but eventually falling 71 runs short of the target set by Sharjah. I'd like to speak to the runner-up captain, Mr. Alishan Sharfu. Alishan, first of all, very well played, but disappointed not to see the team through?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think the wicket was as hard. A few of us gave our wickets away, and we lacked maybe 1 or 2 partnerships in the middle, which obviously 200 wasn't the biggest of totals chase, but was not the best of days for us.
When you were fielding, you guys were on top for quite some time, but in the end, Sardar Behzad sort of took it away. Were you disappointed with the finish when you were fielding?
To be honest, I still thought 210 was something that we were looking to restrict them for. However, maybe we gave 25, 30 runs more than we should have. But credit to Behzad, he played, he came in the end and almost took the game away from us.
Well, we've seen you do this a number of times on the domestic circuit. It must be tiring trying to take that team through single-handedly. What are you guys going to do differently in the next game?
I don't think anything changes because not many of us got out to them. It was more like we gave our wickets away. So if we can work on that, then I think we have a pretty good side. So hopefully better things next game.
Well, hard luck and wish you all the best for the next games, man. Well, I have the talisman, the winning captain, Rohan Mustafa, with me. Rohan, let's have a quick chat, man. Big smile on your face?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Well, I understand you've got a new haircut and now you're captaining a new team. Happy with the result, especially with the runs on the board?
Yeah, I'm stand-by captain because Fayaz got stuck in Pakistan. I might come next match. But yes, of course, we have a very good team. Sharjah, as you know, we won the last tournament as well, and they have a very good record in this Emirates tournaments. And of course, we have a very experienced side. We have a very good bowling side and, good batting side. As you know, Behzad scored and Ikram is there. So unluckily, we scored a little bit less. But I think we have to take responsibility and take match more depth, and then we can score more than that.
Well, Ayan got you that really good breakthrough. He was almost on a hat-trick and, you were shuffling the spinners away nicely. Was that a plan once you guys saw the wicket?
No, basically, to be honest, I was not thinking it will turn that much. It will be that much slow wicket, and the ball gets softer, so it's helped the spinner. And me and Ayan is the main spinners, and Rizwan CP sometimes he's a part-time spinner, so I don't have a spinner. So might we play Intezar next match because in these wickets he will be more good on that.
Well, Alishan plays for your club. He has a habit of doing this, going alone and finishing the innings. You must be relieved that he didn't do that today.
Of course, yeah, he did in our match. He scored 100 not out, and we won against a very good side in domestic cricket. And he was doing today. I think he have a habit now to do that. And to be honest, I was worried about it. So that's why I bring Omer. I told him to ball slower. He might go for it, and then he went for 6. But I think if someone have to bat with him for 5 or 10 overs, the result will be maybe different.
Final question before I let you go. Everybody's doing that celebration. Is that something you guys have planned?
No, nothing. I don't know. Whenever they take wicket, they come to me and doing that. I'm really happy that that celebration is, famous in UAE.
Well, congratulations. I wish you all the best, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And finally, we've got the man of the match, Rizwan CP, who scored a crucial 40 when he was batting and then took a couple of wickets. Rizwan, can we have you here? Congratulations, man. Well played. Well, you and I have had a banter online as well. So I'm glad to see that you've proved me wrong. Happy with your performance?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I'm very happy that I could put up a decent performance for my team. And as you said, I got a good start. I'm little disappointed that I could not make it a little big, but inshallah, the process was right. We were down with a couple of wickets, but me and Rohan had a decent partnership, and we were able to put our team back in the track.
Yeah, we saw a good knock from you. I think there were very tough conditions when you went into bat, the ball swinging around a bit as well. But that trademark straight elbow cover drive must have set you free. Are you happy with the way the other players batted like Sardar and Ikram?
Yeah, really, Bazat played a very good innings. He accelerated also in the later part of the innings. And initially, Sanjit was also really bowling well, and he had moving really well outside the off stump and all. So we had to see off that swing initially. So once we saw off that swing, it became a little easy. Even though the run rate was not as what we wanted, since the wicket was holding a little, but we managed to see off that initial phase. But eventually, we would like to have at least 250, 270 on the board. Hopefully, we'll make it next time. Inshallah.
Well, your captain says you're a part-time bowler. You and I both know you're not. You were a highest wicket taker in a tournament where Imran Tahir was playing as well. Are you happy with the way the ball's coming out of your hand?
Yes, actually, I was stuck in India for some time, 5 months, so I could really work on my skill part. So I'm happy it's that work put in that time is really paying off, alhamdulillah. So I'm looking forward to a good season, inshallah.
Well, congratulations and wish you all the best in the tournament. Well, that's it from here. Back to you guys at the comm box.
Thank you so much, Abdur Rahman. So Rizwan CP ending up as the man of the match for today's encounter. Had an excellent performance, 40 runs with the bat, and then picked up 2 quick wickets. So an all-round good day for him. Let's take a look at the highlights of the second innings then. It was Akif Raja who came in and picked up a wicket immediately. Fahad Nawaz scored at extra cover. Then Alishan Sharfu came in and batted absolutely beautifully. Some lovely shots on both sides of the wicket. That square drive and that flick to fine leg. And this was a moment that was very important in the game. The run out of Atikur Rahman. Lovely punch down the ground as well. Ansh Tandon looked good. That pulled through mid-wicket. Umair Ali Khan came in for some hammer as well. Lovely back cut from Ansh Tandon. Till then, the game looked very close. He was bowling quite well. Helpful conditions. Alishan Sharfu looked $1 million. But that moment, Rohan Mustafa through the gate. And after that, the game continued to just slide away from the Emirates Blues. Rohan Mustafa, the captain, the talisman, always producing wickets. Rudra Mahadev caught at short mid-wicket as well. The twin spin attack of Rohan Mustafa and Ayan Khan did the business against the Emirates Blues. Rizwan CP then came on for a bowl and started picking up wickets for fun as well. Alishan Sharfu battled right till the end, Rizwan CP once again getting 2 wickets there of Aditya and Nilansh. Rohan Mustafa got another wicket of Sanchit, caught behind. And then it was time to go for the long handle from Alishan Sharfu. Hit a couple of fantastic sixes. But in the end, he just couldn't do it for his team. 86 of 100. And that was the final wicket. Akif Raja taking the catch. So it was a big victory here for Emirates Blues. But tomorrow, day 4 of the Emirates D50, we have Ajman taking on Abu Dhabi. That's all there is for tonight's broadcast. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.